Spotlighting Priyanka. Hold on. And go ahead, Priyanka. Spotlighting Priyanka.
Good to go? Good to go. Yes, ma'am.
Good to go.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. I'm your Sergeant at Arms, Priyanka Mishra, again with my 451st meeting. This reminds me of a small, tiny story. A story which is taking me in my childhood. There's a small, tiny bird. He is not able to fly. Like it's a tiny bird. His mother is training him to fly. Hey, you can fly, you can fly. He's taking another step, again he's falling down. Taking another step, again he's falling down. And his mother is keep saying, take a leap, take a leap, take a leap. And that's what we are doing every Thursday, every meeting. For 451st time, again, we are taking a leap here. Each and every one of us. We are nervous, but we have our struggles. We are here to work on that. So, we have a certain ground rules which we follow throughout the meeting. We try to keep our noise making devices silent or on mute. We refrain or try to speak responsibly on sex, religion, and politics. We try not to disturb the speaker whenever the speaker is speaking by staying on mute and texting only when it is required, not when the speaker is speaking, like right now. And we encourage each and every one of us by our Zoom emoticons, which we have on the lower toolbar, with hearts and all kind of smileys which you love to share. With that, let me call a person who is a social activist, a lovable father, a husband, a great person, a natural leader, and a person who believes that even if you do not know anything, you just need to take a step. Just once, with that one step, you'll have that road paved for you. And that one step, he helped me a few years back when I was in Hyderabad. I was scared to contest in a international speech contest. He just said, Priyanka, it is okay. Just take a step. Just go to the stage, try to deliver the speech. And that was 2018. I would say 2018 or 19. I would say probably 2018. I could recall. That was 2018. And now I have that contest fear. Sorry, not contest fear, fever. I have that contest fever. That still is there with me. That one step has become a ladder. And now I proudly say that I was able to represent my club, Turning Point Toastmasters, in District 41 stage. So with that, let us call that multitasker, our president of the club, Toastmaster Anand. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Priyanka, for that encouraging and storified beginning. Folks, let's join me in appreciating this gesture on Priyanka's part by a hearty round of applause. Today is meeting number 451, and guess which famous novel from the literature history shares the name 451? Any guesses? Virtual chocolates for them. No? Nobody? It's a book by Raymond Bradbury called Fahrenheit 451. All right. Anyone knows the premise or heard about it? Quite similar to the famous George Orwell novel 1984. This Fahrenheit 451 novel talks about a dystopian futuristic American society where books are banned. I repeat, where books were banned. In fact, the very first line of this novel is, "It's a pleasure to burn." This novel talks about a society which kind of embraces, in a more sadistic way, ignorance. Because burning books is what? Shunning the knowledge away, the light away. Well, contrary to that kind of society, we are part of a like minded group which embraces the awakening of our own potential, awakening of each other's potential by a mutual practice week after week. We call it a Toastmasters meeting. We are not alone, by the way. We are but one chapter among 17, 18,000 plus chapters across the world in probably 145 plus countries. And we have been keeping this tradition alive for past 101 year. In fact, 1924 in California, when it all started, even the founders would not have thought that this huge impact will generate over a century. Millions and millions of people awakened about their potential as a public speaker, as a storyteller, as a leader in their own self, in their own dimensions of life. So, what exactly we do for the benefit of guests over here, and I will call upon you one by one to introduce yourself in briefly in a specific format. We practice all the three essential dimensions of speaking: prepared speaking, unprepared speaking, and the hybrid one. The hybrid one is all about how we use both prepared and unprepared manner, using some bullet points, some notes, but deliver a speech on the spot called evaluations. We will have all of that as a mix. What I want from you as an audience is complete support to our role players, our hosts, and our prepared speakers who have put in their heart and soul into preparing a performance of 5 to 7 minutes for us. And do show your faces, do show me a thumbs up, heart emoji, like button, anything that you want. Let's do it right away. All of us, switch on the cameras, show our faces. Happy ones. Happy ones. Yes, that's more like it, Kanav, Sajal. Anshuman is still serious, but no worries. Let's show the faces. That's more like it, Priyesh. And Anshuman, how about, can you help me take a quick selfie? The condition of selfie is we will use a react button. I'm using something like these rockets or whatever. On my count of 3, 2, 1, Anshuman will click a selfie. So align your emojis, expressions with that count of three. Uh, Press it now. Anshuman, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. If you have clicked it, Anshuman, post it in our guest group and a member or the larger community group so that people realize what they are missing out. Now, what we are truly missing out on is the introduction of the new faces that have joined us probably for the first time. And though there are a few prepared speakers among them, so I will allow them to introduce themselves in the due course. But for now, let's begin with Bikalp. Bikalp, how about you share where are you from? Are you a Toastmaster? How did you hear about us? And what exactly are you looking forward to? If you are here, Vikalp, let us know.
Yes,
Please
I
go
am
ahead.
here. So, my name is Bikalpa Devkota. I am Toastmaster and I am currently serving as a treasurer in DAB Toastmaster Club. So, I heard the flyer in WhatsApp group. So, it was about, I think it was about adding members. So, I am hoping to get that from my side.
Fantastic. Well, we here are to create a specific, a special meeting experience for especially the guests, where the guests get more chances to speak. And to have that, we have created this specific meeting. Let's build. Our Toastmaster of the day is on his way. So before he comes, let's quickly go one by one. And let me invite the next guest, Strajit. Strajit, am I pronouncing your name right?
Yeah, Surajit.
Strajit. Okay,
Yeah.
Strajit, please share again the same thing, your full name, the hometown or which city are you joining us from, and are you a Toastmaster? If not,
So,
why not? If yes, then which club?
so hey guys, I am Surajit Kumar. I am joining from Bareilly in UP, which is my hometown. And no, I'm not a Toastmaster yet. I am just a guest and contemplating on joining one of the clubs. So I'm just here to see, observe, and participate. That's it.
Fantastic. There is a person from Bareilly who is about to join this club this week itself. He is an ex-Toastmaster, and he was a member of a physical club earlier in Delhi. But now he's joining this community very soon. We have added him to our new members group already. His name is Ashish, and would love to have another Bareilly person joining us. By the way, just like Bareilly, I also come from a very small town in Rajasthan called Alwar. Guess what? My club has too many people from Alwar. I understood this after months and years of joining. So world is small. Welcome, Srajit.
Thank you.
Priya Kaur, how about you? Same things?
Hello, hi guys. So I'm joining this as guest a second time. Unfortunately, the first time that I joined, I had to drop off after 10 minutes due to some work commitment. So
No worries.
essentially, this is my first time only, and I heard about Toastmasters from my manager. I actually trusted her with one of my fears that I want to try public speaking, but I get scared a lot. I fumble a lot. So she recommended me to join this platform. She recommended offline platform, but I actually have not been able to get chance to visit um, on weekends. But hopefully, with starting from this, I get an idea and accordingly can see if this suits me. So that's about me. Thank you.
One of the benefits, Priya, of joining any Toastmasters anywhere in the world is that you don't become part of just one club, you become part of a community. So, all the privileges of delivering a prepared speech and having all the membership experiences. Well, I being a member of this online club, I enjoy that wherever, whichever city I go as a trainer. I actually, ahead of time, ahead of my visit, I inquire with them if they have a speech slot, if they have a role, if they have a place for meeting, etc. And I do join them. So
All
do
right.
consider joining an online club because this opens multiple opportunities for you. Many of our members they join their respective city-based or traveling opportunities worldwide, by the way, but
Okay.
they remain part of an online community club like this.
All right. So being part of one community or being part of one regional would make me eligible to be participate in any of the worldwide.
Yes, because in fact,
All right.
there are many clubs worldwide which are online. So, in terms of um, experiencing speaking in front of a foreign audience, newer audience, well, this is the main benefit post COVID. But also, physically, if you want experience of joining a meeting as a speaker in any of the clubs, you let me or any of my club members know ahead of time. In the
Okay.
last years, we haven't earned money, we have earned connections.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm looking for to gain some networking skills as well. So, yeah.
Absolutely. So do join. Let's have a conversation in the remaining week in one-on-one phone manner, and I will understand your requirement even more clearer.
Sure. I would appreciate that.
Snehapal Singh ji, looking fantastic with that background. Please
Oh, thank you.
tell a
Thank you,
little
sir.
bit about yourself, your name, your hometown, or where joining from. If you are a Toastmasters anywhere, and what brings you to our club? How did you hear about us? Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, so my name is Nepal Singh, and I'm joining from a place called as Vaishali, Ghaziabad. And my hometown is Bhilai, which is now in Chhattisgarh. Earlier, it was part of MP, Madhya Pradesh.
Mm-hmm.
And what brings me here is I got connected with one of the members from your club, which is Priyanka.
Arre wah.
And it happened in our club meet, which is Noida Plus, hi, Noida Plus Toastmasters Club. And this was just the last Sunday. And out of curiosity and also the hunger for the opportunity, I'm here. Why hunger for the opportunity is very simple because I'm already a Toastmaster for last 2 years. 1st of December 2024
Mm-hmm.
onwards. 24, 24. So 24, 25, 2 years, 23, I believe. So I have seen that, the clubs which have grown big, like our club now, the opportunities also get reduced over a period of time. And I look at opportunities from the clubs which are relatively smaller in terms of the number of members. So I was exploring, and because everybody wants let people join in, it's always good to have more number of photographs with more number of video cameras open. It looks good. So I wanted to look good, and I wanted others also to see that they all look good together. So that's
Oh,
how I.
definitely, definitely, sir. You have set a benchmark,
Yes,
by the way,
Just to add
with that
here,
framing.
let me dependent here for what it is worth. I was a part of the first German meeting of Loda Plus Toastmasters Club. Neha
Ah,
Gupta used to be very active around that time.
ah.
Priyanka, you are saying
yeah,
something?
just to add here, I got a chance to witness his ISC speech. So it was a wonderful speech. It's Nepal is possible, so please deliver it in our club as well. So
Oh,
I'll see. Yeah,
I'll definitely recommend Aina for next week or next week.
yeah.
Let's schedule a speech.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the opportunity which I'm looking for.
Brilliant, brilliant.
It's a win-win
We,
situation for everyone.
absolutely, sir. We also have
And
our
you know,
guest speaker,
one more
Navina, by the way.
aspect. So one
Ji,
more
sir.
thing I would like to say here. One, the physical club which we join, always we look for the convenience first. So when I say convenience, it is like when I joined the club, my parameter was very simple. The club has to operate on Sunday. Number two, the club has to be operating on Sunday, that too only in the first half. And then the
Hmm.
third thing was the geographical vicinity.
Proximity,
So on
yes.
the first parameter, there were a couple of clubs. I visited all of them, and the one which won in the category of geographical vicinity was not a plus. So that's how I decided. But now that once you graduate to a certain level, you realize that you also need to be associated with an online club that operates in the evening hours. Why I say evening hours? Because there is a potential that even if I'm traveling for my work, so I'm a corporate trainer, I'm a leadership trainer, I'm a author, I've authored two books, both of them they are looking in the background also. So I look for evenings now, you are relatively free, you have the opportunity to join session from anywhere you are. So that is one,
Then we
that
are the
this
club
is
for
on
you,
Thursday
sir.
evening.
Then we are the club for you. Please do stay in the
Ah,
group that you have been added by Priyanka. I saw
yeah.
that. And let's have a quick intro from the remaining guests because our TMOD is settling up. And now I feel like we have a few visiting Toastmasters as well. I'll introduce them briefly myself. One of them is Kamal Girdhar. He has been joining our meetings for a while now. A very eloquent speaker, especially in table topics. So do watch out. Kamal is traveling, by the way. So I'm introducing on his behalf. We also have MS Hussain. MS Hussain, is it the same Muhammad Hussain who is already in pipeline to become our member, or is it someone else?
Yes, actually, I'm traveling to somewhere. First of all, good evening, everyone. Nice to meet you once again to all the team member. Actually, I'm traveling on the way to go some other province. That's why I even managed to join through the
We
format,
really
and
appreciate, brother.
we look forward. Thank you.
Really appreciate, brother. Do listen and chime in whenever you can because Rupinder will be asking questions a lot. So you can definitely pitch in as well. Drive safely, by the way.
Yes, thank you. Simply simple.
Yep. We have our good friend Vinita Goel from Nepal as well, from Jhapa Toastmasters, one of the best performing Toastmasters club in entire District 41. So welcome, Vinita. Do show your lovely face, by the way, and
Thank
give
you
my
so
regards
much.
to Mr. Husband.
He's sitting right beside me, smiling. A
I
hi
know,
from both of us. I have a sunburnt nose, badly irritated. I'm not switching on my camera
I
today.
understand.
Okay, so yeah, because it
Sure.
was Rupinder sir's session,
Yes.
I could not stay away. So
Do
I'll be
enjoy. Do
working
enjoy.
and
Really
still
appreciate.
enjoying and trying to make
Really
the best of
appreciate. Do enjoy. Finally, we have Ekta Bansal. Ekta,
Hello, hello, good evening, everyone. I am actually a member of Jhapa Toastmaster Club as well. I'm actually the
okay.
president of the club right now.
Arey wah.
And I also happen to see the flyer of the session by Toastmaster Rupinder, and that's why I'm here. So,
Perfect.
big to have a good evening with everyone.
Perfect. Do
Thank
take
you.
part in the table topics as well.
Sure, sure, sir. Thank you.
Uh, and we have Rishabh. Rishabh. Hey, Rishabh.
Yes, hi. Hi,
Sorry, just
Ramadan.
kidding. Hi, Rishabh.
Hi.
So, Rishabh, a little
Yeah,
bit about you.
yeah, sure. So I have joined this club in this week itself. Last week I have met Priyanka.
Mhm.
So she recommended me this club, so I have joined this one. Uh, I'm planning to join Toastmasters to improve my communication and leadership skills. So that is the basic objective behind joining the club. And if I talk about the work front, then I am having over 4 years of work experience, and currently I'm working at a US based company as an account manager.
Perfect, perfect. So, Rishabh, a lot of folks in the same boat that you are traveling also happens to be member of this club. So, definitely you will find a like-minded group of individuals who will definitely help you get better in your journey. So, do stay till the very end. Looking forward to your feedback as well.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
And finally, we have a quick just glance over the prepared speaker. We have Madiha Samit. Madiha, do stay sharp. Uh, uh, Camera readiness and all. Settle it all. When your time comes, you will be introduced by the prepared speaker, as a prepared speaker by the TMOD. Do I miss out anyone? No, everyone is covered. With that, let me ask our Toastmaster of the evening, is he settled? And if yes, then let me read out his introduction by spotlighting him
T
first.
minus 2 minutes and counting, you can start introducing me.
Bilkul, sir. So, Rupinder is someone we call as the mentor of mentors. You know why? Because a lot of members in our club are mentored by either Anshuman or me or Priyanka or Srishti or others. But who mentors all of us? It's the alpha dog in the room. That's the public speaker. After hearing him speaking on stage, we all said, hey, we want to speak like that. But guess what? This is not how he started his Toastmasters journey. He started as if, why do I need to learn public speaking? I speak good enough already. And the awakening that he had, remember the awakening I was talking about in the beginning? The awakening he had, that's the reason he has risen through the ranks and reached in 2018 as at the semifinals of World Championship of Public Speaking representing District 41, and he stood first runner up. Let's have a round of applause to that feat. And the journey doesn't stop here. He has been a district evaluation champion. He has been a district ISC champion once again, or reached till the finals multiple times. Uh, Sadly, our club doesn't, our district doesn't have humorous contests for last few years. But I'm sure if they had this, Rupinder would have stood out like a sore thumb for his unique way of sarcastic humor. That's why sometimes we don't call him mentor, we call him tormentor. Today, however, he is not going to torment, he is going to entertain everyone because, ladies and gentlemen, this is the gentleman who had the courage, the guts to restart, reboot his professional career after the age of 50. How many of us can do that? He shifted his base to Canada and started his career 2.0 over there. And this year, when he has returned to India in the month of January, this is the first time he is taking once again Toastmaster of the Day. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's have the Toastmaster of the Day today, Toastmaster Rupinder Singh, on the stage whenever he is ready with a thunderous round of applause. Let's hear it out for Rupinder. Unmute and shout out for Rupinder. Hey, Rupinder.
Woohoo!
Would you want me to spotlight you or this look is fine?
Okay, how many of you are from an IT background? Then you must have heard the term just-in-time compilation. Well, this is just in time. I just landed. Good evening, everyone. My name is Rupinder, and I'm very happy to be your Toastmaster of the day. And thank you, my tormentee, if I'm your tormentor, distinguished Toastmaster Anant. And Anant himself is no stranger to commitment. He's one of the most committed Toastmasters that I have ever seen. How many of you are here with the intent of taking notes? You have a pen and paper ready? Well, I hate to break this to you, but you don't need it. If you stay here till the end, I will share my Toastmaster script with you. Feel free to reuse it. You have my express permission. Feel free to reuse it. You do not need to take my name. I just want you paying attention. So may I please have your attention for some part of the meeting. For over a decade, Turning Point Toastmasters has been at the forefront of providing leadership and direction in District 41. If my memory serves me right, we have produced at least 7 district finalists, achieved Hall of Fame at least thrice, and sent more than 10 officers to the district. Not to mention, we have sponsored and supported multiple clubs across the district. We were the first to offer our Zoom platform during the pandemic, and that is just one of the many firsts to our credit. And yet, we have been, for the most part, a club that has thrived, but in episodes. We are a club full of achievements. Now, how do we make this a habit? Mr. Presiding Officer, fellow Toastmasters, and could be, would be, should be Toastmasters, today I would like to share with you the 3 C's of club success. The 3 C's can be applied to your life or anything you want to achieve. Did I mention 3 C's? Well, I will explain more about them later. For now, it is important to know that a typical Toastmasters meeting also comprises 3 sections. The first section, of course, is prepared speeches. We have 2 prepared speakers for today who will showcase us their speaking skills. These speakers will be evaluated by respective evaluators in due course of time. Then we have the fun section of Toastmasters, table topics, where everyone gets a chance to speak, even guests. This is where your storytelling skills meet impromptu situations. Those impromptu situations may seem impossible at first, but I would like to remind you what the Royal Air Force says. The difficult, we do immediately. The impossible takes a little longer. One of the ways of accelerating the achievement of the impossible is the third section of our meeting, the evaluation section. This is where everyone gets evaluated, including myself. This section is headed by a general evaluator. And our general evaluator today is a Toastmaster since 4 years. He's an advocate, and he is also what I call an iPad, an immediate past area director. Nothing to do with Apple. Apparently, we have met before at Central Delhi Toastmasters Club. I will not spend time introducing him. I want you to help me welcome with a huge round of applause our general evaluator of the meeting, Toastmaster Kanav Huria. Let's have a round of applause, Phil, please. And I request that Kanav be spotlighted. Oh, there he is. He is spotlighted. General evaluator Kanav, can we very quickly do an audio video check for you, please?
Hello. Am I audible?
You are audible. I must warn you that your internet connection is showing as red. So if you want to turn off your camera, that's totally fine. It just turned yellow. Maybe sign of good things to come. Take it away.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rupinder. Coming to our meeting today, as he said, as our Toastmaster of the day said, that I will be evaluating the whole meeting in general as how we did good, what are the things we can improve upon, and what are the things that we should try to keep on doing. I will not be doing them alone. I have a few auxiliary role player which will be helping me in that particular role. First being is the timer, and as I know that the timer will be done automatically.
Yep.
Yes. So you will be seeing the timer automatically and you'll be getting the cards which are green. Can you show the cards, please?
I'll show the timing device, which is an app
Yes.
provided in Zoom. This is how the app will work. I'm setting a timer of 3 seconds just to show you how it will create a beep sound after it reaches the maximum time. At the entire time, the timing window will be visible like this. At the end of, you will hear a sound like this, and after that you will have a 30-second of reverse counter. So in this red zone, 30-second is what you have on the upper side. Instead of the green and yellow, we are showing the entire timing going on for the full duration. For example, when a table topic speaker starts, they have typically 1 to 2 minutes plus additional 30 seconds. So this is how the timing will start with their first verbal or non-verbal gesture. And similarly, at the end of the 2 minutes, they will hear a buzzer. The green will turn to red, and they will have 30-second of reverse counter. For prepared speakers, they will have 7 minutes in their kitty to bank upon, and beyond 7 minutes, after a buzzer, they will have the reverse 30-second going on. For speech evaluators, they have typically 2 to 3 minutes. So at the end of 3 minutes in this counter, they will have 30 seconds extra on the upper side. Uh, Table topic speakers, please try to speak for minimum 1 minute. That's the benchmark to qualify for the best table topic speaker. Uh, prepared and prepared speaker and the respective evaluator, you are well aware of your timing guidelines already. Just remember the buzzer sound plus 30 seconds. I will submit my report after each speaker in the chat section itself, and at the end provide a summarized version of it. You can spotlight me, or I will simply raise my hand, keep my hand raised. Snehapal, probably you might want to not use the timer. Let me use the timing device. Good that you experimented. You can all see the timing device in my screen going. I will keep my hand raised, and I'm unspotlighting myself. Over to you, Toastmaster Kanav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Atyan. So as he said that he will be taking care of the time and it will be done on the screen, right hand side of the screen. It's one of the better use of technology, and that's we can do. Then second is our counter, which will be helping me is Toastmaster Presh. So I would like to give the stage to you, Toastmaster Presh.
Thanks, Kana. So, hi, greetings everyone, Toastmasters and guests. I'm the year counter, and the purpose of the year counter is to count the filler words and overused words and repeat words. Like the three main things I would look for is pauses and fillers, which would include us. Second would be overused words like well and but and third would be repeat phrases like repeating this means so I would like you all to be mindful of reducing your filler words in your speeches and table topics, and all the best.
Thank you, Toastmaster Presh. Now coming to our third and last auxiliary role player, which is the grammarian of the day, which will be played by Toastmaster Sajid.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kanav. A very good evening, everyone. As grammarian for today's meeting, my job would be threefold. Firstly, I'll make a note of all the beautiful vocabulary words that you will be using in today's meeting. Secondly, I'll note down the misuse or improper usage of language, which also includes all the uh, slip ups that happens during the meeting, like what I'm doing right now. And lastly, I'll also make a note of word of the day and idiom of the day that Toastmasters will use in today's meeting. The word of the day for today is persistent, which means continuing to try even when something is difficult. Basically means not giving up. An example can be that if the mic stops working, a persistent Toastmaster still finds a way to be heard. The idiom of the day is brick by brick, which means to build something slowly and steadily. An example can be that great speakers are not born, they are built brick by brick. I'll encourage everyone to use as the word of the day and idiom of the day as frequently as possible in today's meeting, and would encourage everyone in the meeting to give reactions whenever somebody uses them to show appraisal. to show praise for their efforts. I'll present my report when the general evaluator calls me to do so. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Kanov.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sajal. Now coming to what will I do? I will take their help and be evaluating the whole of the meeting and will be coming back with my report after the end of the meeting. After the segment done by our prepared speaker and our table topic section. So I'll be giving the stage back to our host of the day, which is Toastmaster Rupender.
Many thanks, General Evaluator Kanav. Let's talk about the first C, continuity. I often say that Toastmasters does not suffer from a lack of talent. It suffers from a lack of continuity. Prepared speeches require a sense of continuity in the form of continuous improvement. I remember when I first started out in Toastmasters, the best advice I got was to write 3 speeches before I gave my next speech. Basically, be ready with your next speech if you're going to give one. That ensures continuity. So if there's anything I want you to take away from that long-winded narrative, it is to maintain continuity, whether it is prepared speeches, attending a meeting, or even checking in on your loved ones. Let's make it a continuous affair. On that note, let's continue with our first speaker, Toastmaster Madiha. Madiha is a civil and environmental engineer working at Atkins Realis, a die-hard Formula One fan. She is Lewis Hamilton's biggest cheerleader. Michael Schumacher all the way. Someone who will defend Gryffindor and Shy as superior life choices any day. Lord of the Rings and coffee. Marvel geek, horror junkie, stand-up addict, and a trekker in training. Speaker Madiha will be evaluated by a stalwart support of our club. Someone who blends youth with tradition, enthusiasm with experience, and evaluation with empathy. Please welcome Toastmaster Priyanka. I request that evaluator Priyanka be spotlighted. Evaluator Priyanka, let's very quickly do an audio video check.
Hello, Rupinder. Am I audible?
You're audible, you're visible, you're incredible. Go ahead.
Raise your hand if you went inside a room and you're not familiar of the audience. Okay, we all have been there. That's what Toastmaster Madiha's challenge today. Or I would say, in Toastmaster words, objective. She's going to practice the skills needed to connect with an unfamiliar audience. And what unfamiliar audience where you are a guest? Great choice, Madiha, to become a speaker today. Timer, please note the length of the speech is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Madiha. Over to you, Toastmaster today.
Thank you,
Good evening,
Evaluator
everyone.
Priyanka. I now request that Speaker Madiha be spotlighted. She is. Speaker Madiha, let's very quickly do an audio video check.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
You're audible, you're visible, you're incredible. Speaker Madiha, overtaken by a fly. Overtaken by a fly, Speaker Madiha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rupinder. Let me start by saying thank you so much for having me. And a very good evening to all the fellow Toastmasters and guests awaiting to become Toastmasters. I'm here to share a story today, and the story goes back to my final year of bachelor's, a magical time where you're old enough to vote, but you still think Maggie is a food group. It was my friend Ayushi's birthday. So naturally, like the young adults we were, we decided to throw a party. And can anyone tell me what is the one thing you absolutely need for a birthday party?
Cake.
Cake, exactly. It's cake. So we decided to get a custom made cake. Ayushi, like me, is a huge Harry Potter fan. So we spent lots of time detailing it to the confectioner about how we wanted it to look and what we wanted it to say. And finally, when the cake was ready, Shivam, my friend, and I volunteered to go and get it. Now, one thing I think most of us know that there are two defining qualities engineering students have. The first is unshakable confidence, and the second is absolutely no practical judgment. So we decided to take an electric scooter to get the cake. Just a tiny insignificant problem. The battery was hanging on to life with one blinking bar. And not the confident kind of blinking bar, the kind that just begs you, please, please don't take me kind of blinking bar. But, being engineers, we took a look at it and we said, you know what? It will manage. Famous last words. We started like heroes for about 30 seconds, and then the scooter settled at a maximum speed of 5 kilometers per hour. At that speed, you don't feel wind, you feel awareness. Pedestrians were not just overtaking us, they were observing us. A kid on a bicycle passed by, looked back with a look of concern. Shivam said, you know what? I think we'll be faster if we just walked. We considered it and then remembered we have pride. We're loyal people, so we did stay loyal to each other, to the scooter, and to bad decisions. It wasn't that bad. At some point, I remember we managed to get the speed up to 8 kilometers per hour. What a victory, I know. We were persistent. But then came our true nemesis, the flyover. Now, when I say flyover, the word implies flying, momentum, speed, confidence. But we had none of that. The scooter started crawling uphill like it was carrying the emotional baggage of 4 years of engineering. We leaned forward to help because that's what teamwork looks like at 2 kilometers per hour. And that is when it happened. A fly, an actual fly, overtook us. Not aggressively, just confidently. It just drifted past like, excuse me, broke humans, I'm coming through. Shivam and I looked at each other and absolutely lost it. No words, no dignity, just uncontrollable laughter. The kind where your stomach hurts and your eyes tear up, and you start reflecting on your life choices and then laugh harder anyway. By the time we reached the bakery, the cake was fine. Our souls were deeply bruised, and the scooter was somewhere between alive and emotionally unavailable. Collecting the cake brick by brick, we built up our courage to make the journey back. On the way back, we did avoid the flyover because we're brilliant learners. We don't repeat our mistakes, we create new ones on flatter terrain. We reached the party a little late, windswept, and still laughing. And now, years later, every time we talk about college, it's never about the grades, the all nighters, the internships. It's always about the fly. Because that moment summed up college full of confidence, low on power, facing uphill battles, and somehow still laughing our way through all of it. So, yes, being overtaken by a fly is deeply humbling. But being overtaken by a fly with your best friend next to you, laughing like maniacs, that is a core memory. Thank you, everyone.
First, let's have a round of applause for her. I'm still laughing. Took me back to college. I'm not an engineer, but I could totally relate to whatever you were saying, Madiha. I'm a mathematician, by the way. Let's not go there. It's a long and a sad story. Having said that, let's write feedback for Madiha. I follow a principle: praise in public, criticize in confidence. So if you have constructive feedback for Madiha, please give it 1 to 1. If you have praise for Madiha, let us know in the chat box. You have 1 minute. Timer. Thank you, timer. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Vedika. Vedika Singh is an electrical engineer working as an assistant engineer at Atkins Realis, contributing to water and wastewater infrastructure projects for UK clients. Through Toastmasters, Vedika
Point
is
of order.
focused.
I don't see her yet in the room.
Oh.
So while we figure out about her involvement, yes,
We
Madiha?
jump over to table topics.
I'm very sorry, Vedika is caught up in a work call. She has a meeting with said UK clients that Rupinder ji has just mentioned. So I'm just texting her.
Yeah, so you can invite her. We will have a round of table topics in between, and then we can have her speech by the
Sure.
time she will be free from that office call.
Thank you.
Just for the record, I transition from mentor to tormentor the moment I hear a G against my name.
Apologies.
Again, G. Okay. We now move on to the next section of our meeting, table topics. To me, table topics are about the second C of club success, and that is consistency. Now, aren't continuity and consistency the same? In many ways, they are. And yet, in many ways, there are subtle differences. Prepared speeches build continuity of growth. Continuity encourages regularity, and regularity ensures growth. Consistency, on the other hand, fosters reliability. Consistency is an assurance that no matter what happens, you are prepared. No matter if you have 2 people in your meeting or 200, you're able to manage. No matter what topic is thrown at you, you're able to deliver clearly and confidently. Our table topics master today is an epitome of consistency of growth. He is a Googler, and if my memory serves me right, a Toastmaster since 2019, and a constant support to Turning Point Toastmasters. He should have been a distinguished Toastmaster by now, but continuity was an issue due to work and family pressure. What is never an issue with him is his undying commitment to his growth through consistent pursuit of excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you distinguished ahead of time Toastmaster Anshuman Mishra. I request that Toastmaster Anshuman, Table Topics Master Anshuman, be spotlighted.
Anshuman, I'm prompting you since you are facing some audio issues. Is it sorted now? Yes, I can see him now.
Anshuman, let's have an audio video check.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you're audible and you're visible. You have the stage. Your weapons free and clear to engage.
Thanks a lot, distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder, and thanks a lot, everyone, for patiently waiting for a section which helps us practice our spontaneous public speaking skills. And as is the theme that we are building things today, So our table topics will resonate around the theme of building in life. So to kickstart that, I like to invite first of all an experienced Toastmaster to demonstrate how table topics are done. And I already see a hand raised of distinguished Toastmaster Anant. I hope that
I
hand
have
raised.
raised it for timer. So may I recommend Toastmaster Snehapal Singh for that?
Yes, of course. So
Sure.
Toastmaster Snehpal, are you ready for
I
your
second the
Ready.
recommendation.
Ready.
All right. So Toastmaster Snehpal, if you had 30 days to just build one thing that could change your life, what would it be and why? If you had only 30 days to just build one thing that could change your life, what would it be and why? Toastmasters Nepal.
Somebody asked me a question about my risk-taking ability. And I said, I have asked for the same wife in my next birth. And I was selected for that particular role. At deep within, now I realize at 52 that if there is one ability, if I apply consistently with persistency, that is the risk taking ability. Having spent over 3 decades in corporate, with over 2 decades only as an employee, and then the later part as a freelancer, ever since 2016 ending, I realized that although I had a risk taking ability, but somehow, if this I could have managed even prior to that, would have changed my life. I actually see people around me, those who are relatively much younger to me, and doing very well. Why? They took a decision at the right time, which of course I took slightly more time. Not that I could not have done it, not that I regret it, but now since it has been asked, it's a matter of reflection for me that if I get that opportunity of building that, so in those 30 days, I will build on that capability of taking risk, not blindly, but consciously and consistently with persistence, brick by brick. And if I do that, I'm 101% sure these 30 days will change my life. Over to you, Ditya.
Thanks a lot, Toastmasters Nepal, for the reflection. And I'm sure a lot of us resonate with those thoughts. All right. Who do we have next? Toastmaster Priyesh, I see you after a long while. But before I invite you, any of the guests would like to take up a table topic? Toastmaster Shrajit, guest Shrajit, will you like to
Yeah, I
take
can
up?
take one.
All right. Let's see. So soon to be Toastmaster Shrajit, is confidence built or discovered? Is confidence
Mhm.
built or discovered? Soon to be Toastmaster Shrajit.
So I think that so someone asked me about confidence. So I was going in a workshop, which was about confidence building, which I think Toastmasters is also somewhat on a similar lines. We are all trying to build confidence in public speaking. So I think that confidence is both built and it is also discovered. So a lot of things that we have, always have some inner talent, some hidden talent that we do not know of. So how do we discover that? We try new things and then we discover the talent. And when that talent is discovered, we discover confidence also. So I think that some part of confidence is discovered, but going out of your way and moving out of your comfort zone, I think that that is the place where you build your confidence. So discovering confidence is relevant for someone who might be scared to do something, and he know he is competent but is suffering from, let's say, inferiority complex or imposter syndrome. For them, confidence would be a discovery. However, someone who is not as skillful, who has not ventured out in the world, I think for them confidence would be a built phenomena where they need to learn everything from scratch, and they need to realize that how one should act in certain situations and how one should get out if they are stuck in a sticky situation. So I think that confidence is both built and discovered. Um Sometimes confidence could be overbuilt, and that could become overconfidence. And I think that when you think that you are when you continue uh, building the confidence as a building, but you are not focusing on the foundation, I think that is what leads to overconfidence. So I think that confidence is built, discovered, and if we overdo it, it goes into overconfidence. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, soon to be Toastmaster Ajit. Quite a few good thoughts on how confidence shapes up in life, and I'm sure a lot of us will benefit from those insights. Distinguished Toastmaster Anand, your hand raised is blocking the timer. So
Is it?
if there's any way you could lower the hand, I don't have co-host rights, but
I will lower my hand. Please pin me in your window whenever you are spotlighted.
Presiding Officer Anant, I believe Vedika is here. Should we continue with her speech and then
I think we will go with table topics in one flow, and then we will have the prepared speaker, and then we will launch the prepared speaker poll. Go ahead, Anshuman.
sure. All right. I saw Kamal, your hand raised. Are you already a Toastmaster or a guest
Yeah.
today?
Yes. Am I audible?
Yes. You're a Toastmaster or a guest?
Yeah, I'm a Toastmaster.
Okay. So you're Toastmaster. So you have a Toastmaster topic. All right. So Toastmaster Kamal, build the perfect Toastmasters club. What are its three non-negotiables? Build the perfect Toastmasters club. What are its three non-negotiables? Toastmaster Kamal.
Okay. So, for a perfect club, the three non-negotiables are that you have to take up multiple roles. So whenever you join the club, you should assume different roles. You have the tag team, and then you have the gender evaluator. So for a successful club, I think every member should don the hats of the various roles which offer. Secondly, you have to be confident and clear in talking about Toastmasters to your friends, families, and the colleagues that you know. Because for me, Toastmaster is a platform that really sharpens your communication skills, and it polishes the way you communicate to an external audience. So I believe second criteria is that you have to consciously talk about Toastmasters. The third important non-negotiable element of a successful club is that you must participate in speech contests and attend all the trainings which come your way. No one is perfect, and I believe that through trainings and participating in external contests, it not only opens your opens your eyes and broadens your horizons on how other speakers speak, behave, and articulate their thoughts, but also the fact that it makes you an incredible speaker because you listen to various perspectives. So for me, these three criteria are what define a successful Toastmasters club. And I'm sure Turning Point Toastmasters has all these qualities already imbibed in it. So that is what
Thanks
is
for
from my side.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Kaur, for covering all the critical basis of what a great Toastmasters club should be all about. All right, who do we have next? I see like a lot of guests joining today. I encourage all of you to participate in this because then you'll get this flavor of what Toastmasters is all about and help you decide to continue with Turning Point Toastmaster most probably. So we have Ekta, we have Priyanka, Priya. Priya, will you like to take up a tabletop? Okay.
We have Hussein raising his hand as well.
Okay. Hussein. Yes, Hussein. Do you want to switch on your video? All right.
Yes. Can you see and hear me?
Yes, yes. I hope you're not driving. If you're
No,
driving,
I'm not driving, but the getting vibrate the vehicle behind the wheel. Okay. So yes, I think the table topic. I'm not sure what we will have and
It
what
will be
we would
announced.
like
It
to
will be
suggest.
given. It will be given.
all right. Can you hear me?
Yes,
All
I
right.
can hear.
And so I'm presuming Toastmaster Hussein, if social media had to vanish tomorrow, how will people start building their lives back again? If social media had to vanish tomorrow, how will people start building their lives again? Toastmaster Hussein.
First of all, I would like to add a few points about the social media. And nowadays, most of the youngster and young generation, they are getting involved in the social media. Like we can take an example like Instagram, Facebook, Snap, and lots of social medias. So as a social media, if you see nowadays, the in fifth generation, kills lots of friends, you're getting the knowledge to each other and sharing the fruitful thoughts. So it is very important things also as well as in our daily life use, because at least we'll come to know and we'll have the conversation to each other around the globe, even in case of we will not have the phone call and something. So we will come to know exactly who is getting what's they have their update, and we can get lots of things from them. And even it's a like we are having up to date what's going on around the globe. So the
Toastmaster saying your voice is breaking a bit, which I'm presuming is because you're in transit. Um, However, whatever we could hear about social media exiting and relationships taking an offline form, I'm sure that rings a bell with quite few of us. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. All right, who's going next?
We have last two topics, maybe. Priya, Bikalp, Priyanka, Sabu, and
Sure, I would like to give it a try.
sure. Priya, would you like to switch on the camera if possible for you?
Allow me a minute. I hope I'm visible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Anshuman.
Right. So soon to be Toastmaster Priya, if you had to build your ideal morning routine, what would it be? If you had to build your ideal morning routine, what would what would it be? Soon to be Toastmaster Priya.
Uh, so I never believe in coincidences. This is the something I'm already struggling with. While work from home, my morning routine has been upsetted by me waking up late around 9 a.m. Somebody will think, is 9 a.m. late? Yes, based on my previous routine, 9 a.m. is certainly late. I trying my best to start my morning routine by waking up early, taking some exercise, and by going on a walk, and then having my breakfast and sitting back on the desk. But as I mentioned, it has uh, taken a turn with work from home lifestyle, and I'm still struggling to make it work for me. But it has its perks as well, because I get my beauty sleep, and probably I've seen some reduction in my dark circles, but that's just me and my vanity. Uh, so I think that's it from my side.
You look like a good, I'll say, too early to judge if a master of words, but the words that you chose are reflective of, I think, the skills you may have, the potential skills you may have, which you can exercise in Toastmasters soon. So I encourage you to join more meetings and hopefully become a member
Definitely.
soon.
I'm trying my best to learn it offline as well, but the point of working on by self is may not give me a good idea that how if I'm getting better or not. So this platform is something that I'm looking for where I have fellow people as well help me and inspire me as well.
Right. Look forward to you joining and learning together. Last but not the least, who will we have as the last table topic speaker? All right, I see.
Let's go ahead with Priyesh, since nobody raising hand and Priyesh was the one.
Hey, Priyesh. Long time no see. I hope all's good
Yeah,
in
nice to meet you, Anshuman, as well.
United States of America. All right. Hmm.
Give
Maybe
me an
a
easy one.
thought a topic which resonates with you is trying to figure out what will click with Priyesh. So, Toastmaster Priyesh, build a startup with just 1,000 rupees. What's your idea? Build a startup with just 1,000 rupees in your pocket. What is your idea? Toastmaster Priyesh.
Thanks a lot for the topic, Anshuman. Startup and entrepreneurship has been very close to me, particularly because when I did my first internship, it was under an entrepreneurship professor, and I got to present to a research agency and how to commercialize their product, and which was very uh, a great opportunity to go for. And if I have 1,000 rupees, that's too less for a startup, but you have to start somewhere. I would use probably an approach based on like some kind of product that solves human problem. And second, it is easy to construct, so I'll go with a online platform. Creating a website is much cheaper nowadays. ChatGPT is free, Claude is free. Using that $1,000, 1,000 rupees to create a startup. To create a startup, mostly I think there are two, three main domains that I would like to work on. One is communication, like Toastmaster. I really like the concept of Udemy. Second would be mental health. Mental health is growing really fast, the issues. And there's the use scope. I understand the problems that are having with the current generation, but at the same time, it's a huge market and I'm all for business. And there's one more thing that I could think of, which is uh, yeah, mm, something related to tech, easy to construct, reducing your, improving your attention span, like reducing your use of social media apps so you could avoid the brain rot. And again, I'm very persistent in my approach to build anything, so I would really try, even with the 1,000 rupees, to build with the app. Okay, back to you, Anshuman.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Priyesh, for inspiring us with quite a few interesting ideas. I hope some of them, lot of them come to fruition pretty soon. It was wonderful being your table topic master. I hope you had a good time thinking about building yourself and building the future. Though I was surprised that I got this wonderful opportunity so early because I realized the second speaker hasn't spoken yet. So we'll move forward now with the second speech, which will be taken forward by distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder as the Toastmaster today. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder, to carry forward the proceedings.
Am I audible once again?
Yes, you're audible and visible.
Okay. So we're going to do something which is unconventional. Go back from table topics to a prepared speech. Our next speaker is Toastmaster Vedika. Vedika is an electrical engineer working as an assistant engineer at Atkins Realis, contributing to water and wastewater infrastructure projects for UK clients. Through Toastmasters, she is focused on building confidence, clarity, and authenticity in her communication while continuing her journey of personal growth. She will be evaluated by a veteran to Toastmasters. I am specially enamored by his diligence. Also, the fact that he is the crisis manager for Turning Point Toastmasters. I would venture so far as to say that he is the equivalent of Rahul Dravid. What Rahul Dravid was to Indian cricket team, Toastmaster Anant is to Turning Point Toastmasters. I request that evaluator Anant be spotlighted.
I am. Thank you.
Evaluator Anant, let's do a very quick audio video check.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you.
Take it away.
Well, very quickly, welcoming Toastmaster Vedika over here. Vedika, before I share your objectives, just want to quickly confirm, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah.
All right. And before I share the speech objectives, here is the timer app that I want you to be familiar with. Um, Very quickly giving a demo with your first verbal, non-verbal gesture. This is how your timing will begin. Can you see the timer in my window?
Yeah, I can see definitely.
So you will not see a green, yellow, red card per se, but what you will see is a timer that goes on, and at the end of the timer, you will hear a buzzer sound like this.
Sure.
After that, you have 30 extra seconds to go ahead. All right?
Yep, sure.
Okay. Folks, Toastmaster Vedika over here is attempting a very special project from the persuasive influence path. And this project is the closest one to my heart. It is all about introduction to Toastmasters mentoring. The purpose of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring. And the purpose of this very speech is for the member to share some aspect of a previous experience as a protege when she was on the receiving end of the mentoring exercise. Timing is, I to say, 7 minutes, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. I now request that speaker Vedika be spotlighted.
She is.
Vedika, let's do a very quick audio video check.
Yeah.
Just say something.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can see you. Speaker Vedika, the geography of girlhood. The geography of girlhood. Speaker Vedika.
Thank you for so much of good appreciation and introduction of mine. So today, the topic for my speech is the geography of girlhood and how I've become my own mentor with my girlhood and with my adulting. So first of all, good evening, fellow Toastmasters. We all studied geography in school. We learned how to draw maps. We learned where border begins and ends. We learned how the world is divided. But there's one geography that was never taught to us, the geography of being a girl. In school, I passed every exam maths, science, geography. But there's one test no teacher ever mentioned, the test of reaching home safely. No textbook explained how fear changes when you how fear changes your walking speed. No formula calculated how fast your heart beats when footsteps sounds too close behind. I passed maths, but not the test of moving freely. I memorized states and capitals, but no one mapped the fault lines of fear. Empty streets, strange glances, and that sudden silence when you say no. And it is taken as no, and it is taken as joke. Cities don't just have roads, they have rules. And many of those rules are written on women bodies. We were taught to measure distances, meters, kilometers, miles, but no one taught us how to measure the distance between be independent and dream big and stay within limits. That distance teaches me to become a mentor of myself, to become how to become from a girl to a woman. And I learned it well. I shrank my opinion so they would not sound aggressive. I softened my laughter so it would not take too much space. In school, we traced rivers on the maps, longest river, deepest river, but no one showed us how to swim through the expectations. Be bold but not difficult. And then they don't ask us why if we are droning. They ask us why you are tired all the time. They taught us about volcanoes, the active one, the dormant one, the extinct one. But they forgot to tell us this. Even the dormant volcanoes erupt at the time. That silence is not a peace, it is not a pressure. That it was a compression. That day something shifted in myself, and I literally became the mentor of myself. That if I don't help myself, nobody will ever do the help of mine. I stopped waiting for someone to mentor me into bravery. I became my own mentor. Up in Toastmasters also, we talk about mentorship, that a mentor guides, a mentor grows you. But what happens when the mentor you need is the voice inside you that you have been ignoring? I started listening to that voice, and that one said, "You deserve space. You can be kind and firm at the same time." When the world said adjust, I asked them, at what cost? I studied the moon at its phases, the full moon, the half moon, the invisible moon, and that phases I saw myself in it, reflected in others' expectation. And I realized that moon is never actually incomplete. It only appears that way, depending on who is looking at that moon. And that was my lesson. I did not need to become more, I just needed to stop subtracting myself. A map where safety is a right, so I redrew my map without a restriction. Where confidence is not a loudness, where I'm not waiting for anyone's validations to move forward. And this platform gave me that stage. I gave myself the permission. And maybe that is what true mentorship is. Thank you so much.
Let's have a round of applause for our speaker, Vedika. And as before we did for the last speaker, let's praise in public and let's give constructive feedback in confidence. Thank you so much. We'll take a minute. Thank you. Will we have polls for the best speaker now? Toastmaster Anand.
And yes, you can vote for yourself as well. All done?
So we have spoken of two C's for club success: continuity and consistency. Now let us focus on the C that reinforces them: conformity. Conformity is often misunderstood as suppressing individuality. In reality, it is anything but that. It doesn't mean speaking or sounding the same. In Toastmasters, it means an alignment with proven standards of excellence. Every story is different. Every storyteller is different. And yet we all grow because we conform to a standard framework of excellence rooted in constructive feedback and supportive honesty. Conformity ensures that growth is intentional, not accidental. Our general evaluator would agree with me on conformity. He is a lawyer. Let us spotlight General Evaluator Kanav. Is he spotlighted? General Evaluator Kanav, let's do a very quick audio video check.
Hey, everyone.
You're good to go.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder. Now, as distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder said, I'll be checking you on conformity there's a set criteria of doing every role good. There is a list which Toastmaster Rupinder also sent me, but there's also something innovative which you can do in your own role, which I will be taking note of and giving my whole report. But first, I would like my evaluators to give their report. First is Toastmasters Maidika speech evaluator, which is Toastmaster Priyanka. So I would like to ask her to do a quick audio video check.
Hello, Toastmaster Kana. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are audible and visible. Now the stage is all yours, Toastmaster Priyanka.
Thank you. Memories. Now, who in the world, a living creature, could not relate with that? I won't go deep down in the insects part, but yeah, let's talk about human beings. Each and every person across the world could relate with that, with memories. Everybody has some kind of memories. And that's what Toastmaster Madiha did with all of us. Although she was a guest today, but we did not feel that she was a guest. She actually felt one of us, like one of us. I was able to relate with her. And like me, I think each one of us were able to. What a great choice of topic. Coming to the interest part, I was so keenly tired to her speech because the snippets, because the topic she was using, engineering, a room full of mostly, I think more than 50% of people are engineers here, if I'm not wrong. Not even engineering, at least we are educated. We all have gone to college or at least school. We have memories of the school, we have memories of our batchmates. The topics of engineering, scooter. Most of us have ridden scooter. The sarcasm she was using without laughing, even when I crack a joke, I laugh. My goodness, I don't know how to do. How did she do that? But yeah, sarcasm. Overtaken by a fly. Even a small kid was turning back and looking at us. We were actually feeling we were on the road with her. What a storytelling technique she has. I'm figuring out how did she do that with the poker face. She actually talked so many jokes like a actually comedian. I was laughing, we all were laughing. So what that interest was entire for us throughout the speech. The comfort she provided to all of us. We did not feel that we're listening to my goodness, was a very tough topic. We were there. A birthday cake is there. Simple story. Birthday cake, a scooter, the electric scooter, 1 bar, no battery. What a simple story. But she was able, the comfort she provided from that simple story, she made that whole speech. That is the beauty of a Toastmaster we have. What can she work on now? I only have one tiny feedback. That is how she can do better by bringing something for us to take away. If the takeaway is memories, we should create with we should remember the memories. Then we have to explicitly tell people also as well, bring people that, hey, do you also have memories in your childhood? How do you remember them? What kind of memories you cherish? When you bring the audience as well, they will feel included. That is the only suggestion I have in for Toastmaster Madiha's speech. Otherwise, what a wonderful storyteller, Madiha, and you made us so familiar in an unfamiliar audience. Thank you so much. Over to you, the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priyanka. Now it's time for our second evaluator, which is distinguished Toastmaster Atyant Katyani. Can you come on the stage and do a quick audio video check?
Allow me to spotlight. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are. I would like to give the stage to you, and you can start your time.
Thank you. Coming started. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I want you to acknowledge something really critical, and please use the tool called empathy for that. imagine you have a prepared speech to be delivered, and you are stuck in office meetings, and it requires a certain level of mental bandwidth over there, and then suddenly on the spot you are here and delivering a speech, and that too a speech which is quite complicated when it comes to the writing style. So Vedika, hats off. Everyone, let's applaud this genuinely, because I know the place I'm coming from, it's really, really difficult. Now, what else made this speech worth remembering? A, the writing. The writing did not feel like as if she was writing in paragraphs. It felt it was as if she were writing in verses. There were thoughts, there were philosophical deliberations, there were uh, a hint of spirituality somewhere. But then it was all unhindered, unabashed admittance of heart's yearning. I really love the part where you simply transitioned into the Toastmasters speech objectives, that your best mentor is the voice within yourself. Until that point, I may have been confused that where is the experience as a prodigy, but then you transition into it uh, quite out of, from spiritual realm to the real mortal world, as if in that sense. Now, what probably you can improve this speech style with, especially in the online world, use these two keys always. One, you're speaking not for yourself, you're speaking for your audience, and it would make a ton of difference if you are making your eye contact like how I have been making it, with the lens and not with the faces over here. It feels genuinely comforting when we see faces giving us reassurances and all, but you may have realized in the last 5, 6, 10 seconds how it may have felt to a viewer, a watcher, right? So it felt as if someone speaks heart to heart, face to face. It gives that kind of assurance. Number two, perhaps do not start your speech with, "Hey, I am so and so, I'm here to speak on this. Thank you very much for giving me this time." Directly jump into your speech with a startling statement and catch the attention of your audience by the collar. About that. It takes as little as a startling statement, mono acting, a kind of gesture, probably "Hello, everyone," and that's it. Instead of admitting, thanking, directly jump onto the main point. Now, what my perhaps a bit of concern about the speech would be that you might want to read the speech objective in detail once again. We genuinely would have wanted to hear your experience, a story as a prodigy. You shared your perspective, that is well and good. But how about getting into that plain old storytelling once again and share your experience where you have characters, situations, a bit of problem and the solution? And that would have made the speech much more memorable, rememberable, and we would quote the speech for Vedika's speech. Try that. Otherwise, you have got your writing, your storytelling style, your narrative brilliance, everything going in your favor. So try that part. No comment about the virtual background, that's your company's background, but might want to create some contrasting effect. On that note, I have overshot my time limit, but glad that I could help you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Atyan. Anand, sorry. Uh, with that note, can we have a do we
Polls
have a
not
poll?
required. I am disqualified, so we have
Okay.
one winner already.
Okay. Now coming to my report of the evaluators. Coming first to Toastmaster Priyanka. What I really liked about her particular evaluation, that she firstly started when she introduced with what was the objective in her own way, making us want to hear what is the speech all about. So when she started with a question, that was really great. Now, when she came back as an evaluator, she was mesmerized with the speaker and gave so many recommendations. So that was really great. And what we can work upon, the thing that you did not talked about specifically the speech objective that could be hand talked about, though she has reached it, but if we could say that the speech objective was reached. Coming and otherwise there was no such recommendation to you, as you were giving a really good recommendation and you were encouraging the speaker, which we all want from that. Coming to our second evaluator, Toastmaster Anand, he took part and he took the objective seriously and he was evaluating based on that particular thing, and he what recommended and about to look at the speech objectives. That's a good point. And when starting with someone, like telling what are the problems, so that is a really good thing. So encouraging the speaker itself, so that's a really good thing which we all should do. That's it for my side for both the evaluators. Now let me call our tag team. Let me start with our grammarian first. So our grammarian is Toastmaster Sajal. Can you come on this stage and we can have a quick audio video check?
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kanav. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. The stage is all yours.
So I'll start with a good usage of language. Toastmaster Priyanka started in the beginning of the meeting. She said, I have contest fear, sorry, fever. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but it was a really good usage of language if it was built in a sentence. Then distinguished Toastmaster Anand said the following phrases: burning books is ignorance, that is shunning knowledge. We are one chapter among 17,000 chapters. While introducing distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder, he said, someone we call mentor of mentors. He also used the alliteration unhindered, unabashed. Sentence transitioned from spiritual dream to real modern world. Grab the attention of the audience by the collar. Then distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder said, we are a club that has thrived, but in episodes. He also said, could be, would be, should be Toastmaster, where your storytelling skills meet with impromptu speaking. He used the phrase Toastmasters doesn't suffer from lack of talent, but from lack of continuity. Someone who blends with evaluation and empathy. He used the word enamored. Distinguished Toastmaster Anant used the idiom in their kitty to bank upon when he was when he was telling us about the time limits. Then Toastmaster Madiha used the phrase unshakable confidence, uncontrollable laughter. She also said life of battery was hanging by blink of a tap. She used the phrase excuse me, broke humans. So that was a really funny word to say in the middle of a sentence. Then she said our souls were deeply bruised. That moment summed up college. Guest Shrajit said, going out of your comfort zone, that's where confidence is built. Then Toastmaster Anshuman used the word resonates when he was talking about our section resonates with the theme. He also used the phrase that rings a bell with quite a lot of us. He used the word fruition, fruition, which was the first time I heard it in a meeting, and I'm sure that this is the word of the day that I really want to use someday in the meeting. Then Toastmaster Vedika said, I passed maths, but not the test of walking freely. And Toastmaster Priyanka said, you made us familiar in an unfamiliar audience. Coming to the improper usage or incorrect usage of language, somebody said that at the entire time, timing will be visible. Instead of that, it can be said that the timer will remain visible the entire time. Somebody said one tiny feedback. It could be enhanced by saying one tiny piece of feedback. The word of the day was used by Madiha, Snehapal, and Priyesh. And the idiom of the day was used by Madiha and Snehapal. Can we have a huge round of applause for all of them? Thank you, everyone. Over to Toastmaster Kanav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sajal, for that wonderful report. Now, I would like to call our counter, which is Toastmaster Prayesh, on the stage. Can he be spotlighted?
Hi.
Can you do a quick audio video check?
Am I audible and visible? Hopefully, yes.
Yes. Yes, you are audible and visible. The stage is all yours.
Awesome. Okay, I'll just share my screen. Anand, can you provide me the access, please? Thank you. So let me see. Okay. Are you able to see my screen? Cool. Okay. Quickly summarizing. So there are some good parts, there are some bad parts while using filler words. So what really standard out is no one had a long pause in their speech or table topics, specifically table topics, because that's where people usually get stuck with the impromptu speech. Something that I would say people can improve, or I would like to challenge them, is the transitional phrases. People get stuck in few transitional phrases. It could be and, or it could be so, and they just keep connecting those sentences uh, with those transitional phases. So that would be my challenge to the peeps, to include more variety while transitioning between different topics, stories, or lines. Going on to line by line to make suggestions for you guys. Madiha, you can improve on using and also, like you use a lot of and to connect your sentences. Same for Vedika as well. I also observed Vedika could improve on repeating the same phrases. That could also come with practice. In table topics, Snehpal was great. Most of the table topics had the issue with connecting phrases. And with Sarojit, I would also like to highlight that you could reduce your filler words like ers. I don't have the counting for me, so I'll move on to the next. Going on to the evaluations, for Priyanka, I observed she had a really good phrasing. I'll just recommend to reduce the repetitions while she shares her ideas, and same for Anand, like slight bit of reduction in repetitions and ums and ahs. I was not able to count well for the SSA part of Priyanka. For Anand, it no, most of the as a presiding officer, uh, most of the content is flawless. Same for Rupinder and Anshuman. For Kanav, I'll also recommend to improve on the transitional phases and reduce your short pauses. So that's all from me. Back to you, Kanav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priyesh. Now it's time for our last auxiliary role player, which is the timer. And if Toastmaster Anant would like to share his screen.
Sure. Not screen, the timing report I have shared in the group as well. I will just recite that. Starting with when the meeting started, it started bang on time, as has been our tradition with a YouTube live stream. So those who have spoken today, you can always go back on YouTube and search with Turning Point Toastmasters, and you will see today's live stream over there. And why I'm covering this under the timer role, because you can always refer to that video link with timestamp of your own speech to your near and dear one. So feel free to use that. I will share that link in the WhatsApp group as well of the guest and the members. In prepared speeches, we had two speakers. Speaker one, Madiha, took 5 minutes 18 seconds, and speaker number two, Vedika, took 4 minutes 42 seconds. 2-3 seconds here and there in my report, so bear with me. Table topics, we had around 6 speakers. So speaker number one, Snehpal, 1 minute 48 seconds. Number two, Srajit, who was a guest, took 2 minutes 3 seconds. Toastmaster Kamal, number three, took 1 minute 53 seconds. Still guest, soon to be member, Toastmaster Hussain, took 1 minute 38 seconds. Guest Priya, spoke less than 1 minute. She took around 55 seconds. Guess Toastmaster Priyesh, last speaker in the table topics, took 2 minutes and 4 seconds. In evaluations, Toastmaster Priyanka flirted with the red line but managed to speak under 3 minutes 27 seconds. I'm not going to talk about me at all. That's my report. Over to you, General Evaluator Kanav.
Thank you, Toastmasters. That was really good report and good usage of words. Coming to my report of the auxiliary role players, they all had a really great report. First, I really liked the presentation of other R counter. He had his own report, so that's really good kind of report we all would like to see. It was really visible that what are the good things we did, and what were the bad repeated words we were doing. So kudos to the R counter of the day. The grammarian Toastmaster Sajal gave a really good report as to what were the good usages, and when we has to name that who were doing a little mistake, she did not tell their name. That's the thing we have to carry forward. We name those who were using good usages. We do not name those who were not doing it. As a recommendation to Toastmaster Sajal, I would say that you were looking down most of the time, you were not looking at the camera. So instead of looking down, you can keep it somewhere like I've written uncheckable laughter. You can read uncheckable laughter and speak looking at the camera uncheckable laughter. So if it's that's a good word, you can read and speak to the camera. That's it for you. Coming to distinguished Toastmaster Anant as the timer, he did a really good job. He even disqualified himself. So good, good job on that. And the report was already shared in the chat. So really kudos to all three of the auxiliary role players. Coming to the meeting, as Toastmaster, as distinguished Toastmaster Anand told, we started at 7 sharp. We started with the Sajari terms. She started, Priyanka, Toastmaster Priyanka, started with a lot of energy, and we were all mesmerized with that energy. We needed that energy to start with. So, a really great energy. She had a small story, small little story that was mesmerizing. She gave all the points of what are the rules. Kudos to you. You did everything excellently. Coming to our president of the club, Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Anand. He started with a story which we all wanted to and connected with Toastmasters. A story of 451 Fahrenheit book, and he mesmerizingly connected with Toastmasters, and it made me feel like we are in a really good community of Toastmasters. So that impact was needed at the start. So good job on that. Coming to the guest introduction, he did a really good job by introducing everyone. All of the guests were introduced really well. Now, finally, last two role players which I would like to evaluate is I'll first start with the table topic master. He he followed the criteria as to how we introduce people. We introduce with topic, name, topic, name. That he was doing with every of the role player. He was asking everyone to come up and take the roles. And the best part is giving everyone's speeches according to their standing. To a guest, he was giving a simple topic. To an advanced speaker or Toastmaster, he gave a topic related to Toastmasters. So, whenever you're doing something like that, a table topic master, be mindful of what your audience is. So, that was done really good by our table topic master, Toastmaster Anshuman. And finally, coming to our Toastmaster of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder. He's we I would say that the best T-mod is someone who messages all of his people that are you there, and he messaged me and encouraged me to see if I need something. And as I can see, he also messaged the evaluators and the speakers. At least I can see in the WhatsApp group, speaker has given his evaluation form to the Toastmaster of the day as well. So making sure that the meeting is your own as the Toastmaster of the day. It's not all left to the VP education. It's also the job of Toastmaster of the day to take care of the meeting. So that was a really good job by distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder. And matching C with 3 sessions, that's really great. Good job by you. And I just had one thing which I felt that you were looking down and not at the camera. So that could be worked upon. Otherwise, I felt everything the way you always announce. You ask everyone for their introduction and you gave introduction of your own. Some were really funny and I really liked your sense of introducing people, especially during the first speaker. I really loved it. So that's it from my side, and back to you, distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
So today we learned that continuity builds growth, consistency builds confidence, and conformity builds excellence. Let's just vote for the best auxiliary role player. Going ahead. But for a moment, I want to talk about a fourth C that binds them all together: commitment. I mean, look around you. Can you imagine a group of volunteers coming together for collective and constructive growth without the glue of commitment to bind them? Commitment is what transforms intention into action and action into impact. In the words often attributed to Abraham Lincoln, commitment is what transforms a promise into reality. It is the words that speak boldly of your intentions and the actions that speak louder than those words. Commitment is making the time when there is none, coming through time after time, year after year. Commitment is the stuff character is made of, the power to change the face of things. It is the daily triumph of integrity over skepticism. As I yield the stage, I invite you to focus on commitment, for it is the gateway to continuity, consistency, conformity. And together, these can mean the difference between a club that merely survives and the one that truly thrives. It has been an honor to serve as your Toastmaster of the meeting. As promised, in the chat box, you'll find a link to today's script. And it is my singular honor and pleasure to hand it back to my fellow tormentee, fellow DTM, fellow partner in crime, and the one presiding officer the best of the clubs would never have. Distinguished Toastmaster Anant Katyani.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rupinder, for enlightening us. I began my presiding officer address when you were not there, and many of the current audience were not there, with a message about a book called Fahrenheit 451, because our meeting number today is 451, and it was about Ray Bradbury's classic novel about a dystopian American society where all the books were burned. There were firemen as the characters who were burning books left, right, and center. And it began with a quote. The first line of the book was, "It was a pleasure to burn." Today, we are in a society where, not literally but figuratively, we are shunning away from all the conventional sources of knowledge in the breakneck pace of AI evolution. We are kind of going back to the prehistoric man's day, where we were rather dumbing down. That's personal opinion, but what I feel, going by how many of the generation today consumes information, they have lost the personal touch, the human wisdom. And this platform really fills that gap for me. Today, as many of you may have witnessed, we have heard each other, we have spoken our hearts out. And the same time, it did not feel like we just spent 2 hours. It was like we were sitting around a bonfire and just exchanging some ideas, opinions, and thoughts. So I would love to hear, how was your experience? What clicked for you? What required some fine tuning? And whether this book club you would not want to burn, but rather thrive and perhaps contribute to. Before we go in roundtable, there is one final poll that I would want to launch, and that is for best role player poll among table topic master, general evaluator, and Toastmaster of the day. Please select your best role player. Will take hardly 10 seconds. All the other polls are ready already. Quick 5 seconds to close the poll. Most of the polls are answered. All right. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go one by one. Let's start with Snehpal ji. And in the interest of time, let's be brief and share what's one thing that you are taking away with you. What's one idea that you would want us to, challenge with or improve upon? Over to you, Snehpal.
I love the concept of 4 Cs, and I really like the way all these are tied up: continuity, consistency, conformity, and the last bit as a gateway. And I also firmly believe that is something related to my own favorite quote, which is showing up. So showing up is 80% success, and that requires that commitment. Even if you feel that you're not prepared, and that's what I have understood out of my experience, that regardless of whatever preparation you have done, you will always have that feeling that you're not prepared enough. And that's where that commitment really matters as a gateway, that you present yourself. And once you're there, you have shown up. 80% success is yours. I'm grateful. That's what I'm taking away, and I'm grateful that I've not missed this opportunity of attending this meeting.
Look forward to see you frequently again and again, just like Kamal has been doing, and just like many of our visiting Toastmasters like Kanav, etc., have been doing. Good to have you over here, Snehpal sir. Lovely having you here, and next time we would love to hear your speech, maybe.
Sure, we will.
Let's hear from Himanshu Singhal, who just sneaked in. We did not have him from the beginning, but Himanshu, how was your experience?
Hi Anand, hi everyone. Good evening. I got pulled by fellow Toastmasters Madhiya and Vedika, and the best
Okay.
thing that I have learned with this engagement, that how can collaboration get you something interesting. We get to hear good speech and the outlook and some learning from the feedback. So yes, that's all in nutshell that I'm taking away with this. And I hope that we gonna see you at our home club, and I invite you to just give us a visit and be there with us. Yep.
Sure, why not? Let's plan it at mutual convenience. And by
Yep.
the way, folks, though it was supposed to be announced with a poster and all, but since we are all in a good mood, let me announce right away. Next Thursday, we have our club level contest of ISC and table topics. So do join and do witness all our champion speakers over there. So that would be a good idea to collaborate upon. And Himanshu, accepting your invitation is duly accepted. We would just love to
Thank you, Anna.
come and visit over there.
Yep.
Let's hear from our guest, Priya. Priya, how was your experience? Not just of speaking, but also as a listener and as an audience member actively. How did you feel?
It was a great experience. Refreshing to see people still participating in these clubs. I was not sure whether the attendance would be this nice and lovely. And I really like that everyone is being friendly and open minded and constructive. Like we are all here to grow together. So I think we can do that together.
And what adds maybe a cherry on top of the cake is we are not located around one tiny geographical area. We are joining from across not just geographies, but time zones. There are
Yeah.
people joining us from US. There are members and guests who join us from Australia, Canada, UAE, Middle East. I'm joining from Rajasthan. Someone else is from Delhi. Someone else is from Noida or Bareilly, etc. So we probably have people from north, south, east, west, everywhere with a single-minded purpose. So Priya, if ever at all you would want to join a community where you can hone your skill, groom your personality and your public speaking, this is the platform. However, take your own time and do give us a couple of visits before you make up your mind.
Sure. Thank you.
How about Ekta? Ekta, Madam President, do you have any advices for us?
Hello, sir. I I don't have any advice as such, but I loved attending this meeting. It was my first time in Turning Point Toastmasters, though I have had a joint meeting with you sometime in past in Jhapa. And I have attended a few sessions of Toastmaster Rupinder, and Toastmaster Kanav has joined us in Jhapa as well. But it was lovely meeting everyone else. I loved hearing the speeches. What I loved most was the challenge of uh, adjusting the table topic without any chaos. Like between
right.
two speeches, it was a nice change to see, and especially the table topic masters, kudos to you. Amazing topics, and just it was lovely to see somebody give impromptu topics, actually impromptu topics, without preparing the topics beforehand. So that was great. Just one, I don't know if it is a suggestion or it was my confusion. I thought it was some session about the, membership building and not a regular meeting. When I saw the flyer represented that to me, and it was nice change to see it as a regular meeting. So that
It
was
was
one
supposed
thing
to
that was
be a
confusion.
regular meeting, by the way. The theme was Let's Build. Our club is going through a
Yes.
rebuilding phase.
I
And
think
in
that
that
was what
phase,
created the confusion for us.
so it's a happy confusion for me because that brought so many like-minded people over here. And since we are reminiscing about the collaboration we had last year, so how about we have a joint meeting once again this term?
Definitely, sir. We would love to. We are planning a joint meeting sometime in March or April. I'd definitely reach out to you.
I think let's have it around March so that we probably put up a really good quality meeting for both our geographies in Nepal and Northern India. And that will
Definitely,
probably
sir.
boost our membership efforts as well.
Perfect, perfect. So I'll get back to you after I
Excellent.
speak to my VP on this.
Certainly, certainly.
Thank you.
We quickly will take feedback from Madiha. And
Yes.
after Madiha, we'll go to quickly Vedika, then Srajit, and if Kamal is not driving, then with Kamal. So Madiha, go.
I definitely had an incredible time. I was not expecting the session to be this very welcoming. It was very nice to see everybody was very kind and to just assimilate us like this. It did not feel nerve-wracking at all to be giving a speech in front of a different audience than what we are used to. And I have to say, the structure of the meeting, everything was very, very commendable. And I am very, very happy to have been acquainted with everyone here, with you, Anand sir, Rupinder sir, and Snehpal sir, everyone, even people I'm not naming. It's been an incredible, incredible time. And I have definitely learned a lot in the past 2 hours. And just like Himanshu said, I'm really looking forward to seeing all of you at the Atkins Realis Jewels Toastmaster Club sometime soon. So it would be a
Certainly.
very nice opportunity for us to host any and hopefully all of you. Thank you.
Yours is one of the rarest of the corporate clubs, especially in Northern India, who have new members giving it all their best. They are not joining as confused. Sorry to say the word, the headless chickens scattering here and there. You are coming with a purpose and delivering speeches after speeches. A lot of level one completions are a testimony to that. So, if we judge your clubs by you, Vedika, a couple of others like Himanshu, then I think that's a very, very good sample. So it's our sheer pleasure that you have joined us today, and we have learned from both your speeches as well.
Thank you so
On
much.
that note, Vedika.
So everyone, firstly, apologies for joining late. I was in a project meeting that ran overtime. Sorry for that, and I'm
Happens.
really glad I could still make it, even in the short time I've been here. I've genuinely loved the vibe of the club. Like the energy feels so welcoming, very warm. I can see everyone is comfortable with each other, and the communication, the structure of the meeting is like kudos, literally. And the evaluation and the speech and all of the thing like the reports, all are very well structured. And it's always refreshing to experience this type of meetings, club level meetings, and this type of culture. And it was really, really inspiring for me. Thank you all for having me. Yeah.
तो इसी बात पे हमने एक और पोल लॉन्च कर दिया है. Let us know your thoughts on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the highest. How much did you like the meeting? Really, we are hearing subjective feedbacks. Let's make it objective. Shrajit, how was your experience over here today, buddy?
Oh, the meeting was great, and I think that the evaluators did a great job, especially the counter and everyone. Very detailed report, and I think it was a fun experience for me joining here. Yeah,
Look forward to see you once again, and let's make
definitely.
Bareilly great again by making one more Toastmasters from there.
Sure.
Quick feedback from Kamal, who is not a guest anymore.
Yeah. I really enjoy these meetings every time. I look forward to the turning point Toastmasters. Even if I'm traveling, even if I am in the metro, I think being here really makes me feel live, and the vibes of these meetings are really high. Look forward to meeting you again.
It's sheer pleasure for us as well that people like you, who are no rookie to the world of Toastmasters, who have been to many club meetings before, they're finding our meetings lively. I think the credit goes to the one person in absentia. I would once again give her the credit of assembling this entire pool of talented people over here. That is our VP Education, Aina. Despite having a job at a college and spending this evening hour while traveling and taking care of her household duties, if there were VP Education uh, Hall of Fame, I would certainly nominate our VP Education, Aina, for that. So, Aina, air is to you when you watch this recording. Let me announce the best of the votings today. So the best auxiliary role player goes to, as Rupinder says, the butler did it again. Any guesses? Has to be grammarian. Toastmaster Sajal. Any guesses for best evaluator? Okay. Perhaps I will not touch upon Rupinder's raw nerve. He's and I have an unfinished business after this meeting, probably. The best of the three role players among Toastmaster of the evening, tabletop master and general evaluator. But here, Rupinder, if it makes any, um, pain a little bit less painful, I have managed to give it to you, Toastmaster of the day, best role player. Okay, but taking free credit over here, but credit due where it belongs, Toastmaster of the evening, for that wonderful theme as well as a script for all of us. If you have not downloaded that script to Toastmaster Rupinder, do share it in our guest as well as the community group as well, so that people can really prepare their scripts for TMOD role in future. The best prepared speaker goes to speaker number 1, Madiha. Good job, Madiha. All the very best. If you are taking the speech to international speech contest, this really has the potential. And finally, the best table topic speaker. No guessing game. Hands down by a landslide victory, Toastmasters Nepal. That sums up today's business, and we cordially invite you to our club level ISC and table topic contest next week, Thursday, same day, same time, 7 to 9 p.m. Till then, see you. Ta-ta. Bye-bye. Good night.